Ushbillahi mina shaitani rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my Muslim brothers and sisters, them and brothers and sisters of Sierra Leone and other parts of the world. Me, now, our usual presenter, Mr. Yusuf Kome, of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission in the Republic of Sierra Leone and the Republic of Guinea. And this na part 2 of we last presentation. We the dangers of the age and the safeguarding principles them where Islam give we for able for help we for regulate we life and make the world a paradise instead of making the world a hell. Inshallah, summa inshallah, I hope say wanna go find this presentation also very interesting and educative like the first one. If wanna be member, we've been talk about the dangers of materialism, where we go down now, and we've been also promising we will talk about alcohol, gamble, the internet, the free mixing of men and women, and the disease them when sexually transmitted diseases like gonorrhea, and the one who they afraid too much what they call AIDS, and of course the spirit for the deceive people them, and the spirit of untruthfulness where they make you they lie, you're not able for talk true. If God give you the chance, we go try for finish then other one there also in this presentation. If not, then we go do a third presentation so that all man go able for profit in a very maximum manner from all this good spiritual counseling. May God give you the good spirit and of course the interest for able for listening attentively and also benefit from this presentation, just like how we've been do in the last one. Amen. In the last presentation, we've been to talk about materialism, where this want forget the dunya business and too much. Gentry, money, house, car, all them want business then yaso. Like how we know this materialism yaso, na in the root of many social problems and way we face in our life today. Social problems and like a waiting, like a gambling, like a drug, like a crime, and in most cases, this it can even lead safe for make we loss with family life, for make we loss with social and with community life, and it can bring chaos, violence, and unrest in the human society. In the last presentation, we've been done tell una of all the dangers and this one business what they call materialism, and how we know for the run after the world. So we forget say we get for die and turn we back upon God and we come be mortal man them. We for always make we first responsibility for think about we God, for love we God, and for follow what we God say we for do. Then of course for like you come be mortal man, like how you like yourself. Now we go see the other danger when alcohol and waiting at the advice we Islam give about this evil practice here. So we na chakman business when for drunk no more. Not to team for hide. We all know say this alcohol business when for the drink rum, like I say, God make mortal man no more for drink rum. Na teen way a bad na this mortal man society too much. Na teen way can destroy your family life, and na teen way can destroy even the life of society, because na something way in destructive impact in human society. It too great, and the problems the way they associate to them then too dangerous and then too many. The promised Messiah alayhi salam, holy founder of Jamaat Ahmadiyya, we equaling at the Imam Mahdi, talking about alcoholism, he say that na in book we call Castinu, where he writes na 1902, he talks say, oh una when wise people in the world, una know say this world in order for last forever. He say una control una self and una for be steady. He say anything when a pass marketing una come up and then thing and they, and anything when a intoxicant that na thing where they make you chuck una left then thing and they. He say not to alcohol no more na the only intoxicant way they destroy mortal man. Other one then they like opium, marijuana, cannabis, and all them thing they also where they get chuck effect per mortal man una left them, because it go destroy una spiritual life and it go destroy una physical life. Say then thing they also the hamburg una mind then too much, he say, and it go kill una eventually. He say do ya I take God in name for big una for avoid them all. In book we call Castinur, where he write in the year 1902. na boku countries and na the world and societies, it look like I say this chakman business na it don become the staple food as people away then they go into drinking and alcoholism, then they increase every day in great numbers. Wetin sorrowful too much na especially where we see the involvement of the young generation wey dem na the backbone of every country, wey dem sef dem don begin destroy their mind and their physical and spiritual health with the consumption, excessive consumption of alcohol. Then it look like I say mortal man in future, a day na a very big danger. Also, it look like I say this chakman business for the drink rum, na in don be number one where mortal man they think about how for enjoy himself and how for gather in some other social activities. In most social activities, we see say the place for rum and for chak na in come first. Some behavioral scientists them would study how mortal man then they behave. In fact, then talk say no social gathering not seem complete where alcohol no dey as the very soul of that social gathering day. Most weekend, like how we dey see it happen at the world today, when then say you get for enjoy your weekend, especially the young people them, then own idea of how for enjoy your weekend now for gonna place them way then they sell very dangerous rum them and make sure say then chuck, then drink, then drunk. Then forget say time been day way long time ago where we young papa then I been young boy when then say weekend don't come when they want for go entertain themselves, not to be alcohol that the means when they take for entertain themselves. Sometimes they make competition for no other sabi times table passing comping, for no other sabi English passing comping, for no other sabi play some very educative games them, not to them bad satanic games them. Now so them people and they long time ago them they spend their own weekend. But today, especially amongst the young generation, where they say weekend, now the time for make sure say you check sote Monday morning you're not go able for grab safe for go work. When person don't check too much, waiting they happen to them. They lost in sense, they lost in decorum, they lost in modesty. In fact, it don't transform himself to animal. The problem of drinking, in particular to every country in the world, but where we look the independent newspaper of the 2nd of November 2005 na England, wetin it talk about chakman business na England, it say large majority of people them then they consume alcohol, and it clear say boku pandem people there so when they consume alcohol then they become alcoholic, that is then they become chakman. If they not drink rum they not get life again. It say 1.1 million adults them na England then they suffer from alcohol deficiency. This na the independent newspaper of the 2nd of November 2005 na England na in talk small about wetin rum don't do na the English society. For drink alcohol, it not the only destroy you when the individual will drink and no more. It destroy your family, it destroy your economy, it destroy your physical and mental health, and where it is it damage the community where they promote alcoholism as a whole in the long run. One direct outcome of alcohol consumption where the people where they study mortal man in behavior then don't notice say na that rum they do, then say rum go make your morality, that na you sense where they make you not behave like a animal, and your responsibility where they make you behave like a decent person in society. Alcohol go destroy then two aspects in your life, your morality and your responsibility. And of course, when mortal man no get morality and responsibility, then even dog safe or pig, it don't better pass you. Also, then say when your morality and your sense of responsibility don't destroy, then waiting at the things and now where because of this excess alcohol where it circulates in your blood system, waiting at the things the way they influence you for do, like for thief, like for be very violent, especially domestic violence, child abuse, for the commit acts of rape, and in the end you go feel for commit suicide, for kill yourself, or for die, or for kill other person. Another very dangerous tendency we associate with alcohol now waiting and they call dangerous driving, where person we don't check they drive, and in most cases them na Europe, America and other parts of the world, boku of the accidents them na people away then can don't drunk and then can responsible for them. These are some of the dangers them way alcohol and other things they will use for check we safe and they do to we life. Another frightening statistics we will see from Britain, we come up from the British Crime Survey, the statistics for 2004 and 2005. It reveals say 48% of all violent crimes and 60% in case of stranger violence then be occur where the offender he been there under the influence of alcohol. That's where the person we do them bad things they are so it been done check bad one. According to one study we come up from the Institute of Alcohol Studies na the United Kingdom in the year 2006, where then title Alcohol in Europe, then talk say for true one person among every 4 person in Britain they enjoy for drink rum just forget one satisfaction when waiting. This satisfaction na for make sure say it check sote and not sabi himself again. Then say this kind dangerous drinking where the person where they engage panam na one granting in one gain and na for make sure say it check sote and not sabi himself again. Not a thing way particular to man the normal. Then say now even small girls them where they na the adolescence age and even big woman themselves like a man comping them, then all they come outside for good drink and make sure say then check sote they not sabi themselves again. This na waiting the Institute of Alcohol Studies na the United Kingdom na the document where they entitled Alcohol in Europe in the year 2006. This na the conclusion where they draw. The problem of alcoholism is so stressful to the British government that many times in their way for try for solve this Chakman problem na England, the British government don't take a lot of wrong decisions them. One of them way na for increase the number of hours we shop them where then they sell rum you for open. Then they increase them because them feel say when then say shop the way they sell rum then for lock quick. That one day it can make people like you want run for go and go drink quick now it can make them drunk. But then feel say when they say okay now low left then shop then they make them with the tea before they lock. That one they go make the person where they drink and not go afraid say the shop they can lock quick so they go they drink small. When they implement them with the hope say it go reduce the rate at which people in the drink and chuck. All time they realize say now the more people in the drink and chuck. Because of this wrong decision for increase the number of hours we places the way then they sell alcohol for continue for run. In some places them, in fact, the government authorized them for remain open for 24 hours. The teaching of Islam in this regard of alcoholism it don't give the perfect guidance and also the perfect antidote for prevent mortal man from alcoholism and also the perfect reason we go make you know why make alcohol and Chakman business not good. Now chapter 2 of the Holy Quran when at the chapter Baqarah verse 220 Almighty Allah say
يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما.
They ask you about wine and gamble. Tell them say panden to den yasu big sin e dey inside it, and also some small advantage for mortal man them. But the sin and the evil way dey inside it na imboku pass the lily advantage. Chapter 2 when a Baqarah verse 220. Hazrat Anas radiallahu anhu when a companion of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam a talk say yeri the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam a talk say Almighty Allah that na God in swear in curse e di fodumpan 10 people them. Who that na then 10 people then ya? Then 10 people then ya na people wey then all hand they inside alcohol and rum business. Waiting at the different category of them. The one where they distill am that na the one where they make the rum. The one where na in then they make the rum for. The one where na in they drink the rum. the one way na in they transport the rum, the one way they don't bring the rum where they transport can to rum, the one way na in they serve the rum, the one way na in they sell the rum, and the one way they use money where they pull where they don't sell rum, the one way na in they buy the rum, and the one way they buy rum for other person. Hazrat Anas radiallahu anhu say Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say all them 10 category of people there so we don't name Almighty Allah, it don't cost them, it don't swear them because of this rum and chakman business. Una go find this tradition of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam na Sunnah ibn Majah volume 3, the book of intoxicants, chapter 30, hadith number 3380. Also again, talking about the evils of alcohol and this chakman business, Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he don't talk back na the same Sunnah ibn Majah volume 3, book of intoxicants, chapter 30, hadith number 3371. He talks say alcohol na in the mama for all kind bad thing them, and for all the bad things them na in the most shameful one. So it don't become a responsibility incumbent on all of we for teach we picking them in society about the bad things them related to alcohol and this chakman business. And the best way for teach we picking them in society now for make sure say you yourself you left this chakman and rum business. For you we say you na Muslim where you follow the noble examples of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, them pop them, them bar them, then nightclub, then ghetto them outside and they sell alcohol and other intoxicants them things the way they make mortal man they check, you for avoid all them places then they. Even if people them of other religious dispensations the way na you party where they not get them lost then yaso or where they not get time for consider them lost then yaso, they invite you for going to them evil places then yaso outside and they sell and consume alcohol and other intoxicants them. You for remember the noble example of your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the title where Almighty Allah don't give you when a Muslim, somebody way na a peaceful person, when a submissive person, he don't give himself to in God and he like in company mortal man, and you not for go na them bad place then ya for go on this chakman business. Also anything where you make na your house or sonsai for gather people them, make sure say if you deserve drink na soft drink where they make mortal man chak. Anything when a rum where they make mortal man chak, make sure say you not bring and come na the gathering where you Muslim you say you dey or where you say you dey organize. We don't talk about materialism, we don't talk about alcohol. The third evil in human society what we talk about for see the advice way Islam give we na the one way we all sabi, a very notorious crime where some people are not even consider them crime safe because individuals them ways and the way they don't disguise this crime here so person you they go inside there you not even know self say na a criminal activity na the one way then they call gambling for play gamble. Make we see how this na a very bad thing for individuals and for human society. One recent survey by the UK newspaper when they call the Independent, that na the 25th of May edition 2006, then talk na this newspaper say, we want show on some very interesting but very shocking statistics them concerning the UK as a gambling nation. Then say 50 billion pounds na in then spend pan gamble na the UK in the year 2005. Then say since 2001, then don't get 700% increase in the money where they spend pan gamble na the United Kingdom. Then say in fact, the one way it will make your heart go cut more, way more frightening from the year 2001, then get something like a 23,000% increase in online betting that na gamble where you gamble using the internet. This same Independent newspaper of the 25th of May 2006, it talks say na the United Kingdom you get 370,000 people them where they don't turn chronic gambler them where if they not play gamble it's like I say and life go down. And the newspaper continue for talk say although now the chronic gambler then the number na 370,000, within the next 5 years it will increase to 700,000 chronic gambler them na the United Kingdom society. upon all these statistics with this independent newspaper of, like how we've been talk, the 25th of May 2006, na the United Kingdom agi, waiting the British government it don't do. Like a way the newspaper been revealed, then get for now 370,000 chronic gamblers them, and in the next 5 years, then say the number go increase to 700,000 chronic gamblers them. Where we know say in fact them family life, the money where them for take care of themselves and them family, now they don't put pan gamble where gambling it don't destroy completely them family life, but because of the profit where the British government it don't make through gambling. In fact, in the year 2006, them bring within and call upon the law the Gambling Act. This Gambling Act, where the British government don't bring camp and then law, waiting it get for do. This law is say them for make 8 small, 8 big, and 1 regional and super casino where people then go to play gamble more and more. The whole nation every weekend. Na the national lottery, the government, they encourage them for continue for gamble. And waiting at the trap where them bill for them, now because of the huge sums of money them, where then they advertise say, if you win, now you get forget, it they make people them, then they blind to the trick and to the danger where gambling they expose their own life and their family life, then just they wear inside the like a instruments them way they not get any direction. Beaucoup of the people when they play gamble, if you ask them why make them they play gamble, then go tell you say not in other way is very strong in the fight against poverty. That's where they help in poverty alleviation like a gambling. Then say na day you they get quick money where they turn popo man into a gentleman. Where we look inside good one, waiting at the result where people and way gambling it don't chronic pan them, waiting in the get. That small money where sometimes if they may use them like how God said them for use them, then for able for take and for improve their life, and they continue for spend more and more. Then they feel say every weekend now we go win, then now they win, then they spend more and more. In the end, now frustration and misery, now they get for win because of the addictism, because of this chronic gambling habit where they get. Then go gamble all the money, then no go turn gentleman. In the end, then pocket all go boss, and then no go achieve waiting them in feel say, then go achieve through gambling. Mr. Mark Griffith, professor of gambling at the Nottingham Trent University, he talks say, gambling na a kind of a voluntary form of taxation that na tax where you yourself you dey pay with you clean heart. Now you feel for pay am. Say and beaucoup people them they know they realize say gambling na a voluntary kind of taxation that na tax where you yourself you like for pay. Where the government they expand gambling and promote gambling, they bring more money into in economy. He say no great public push for liberalize gambling, not the way any government don't take. He say all the people where they promote gambling, are the people and where they create the gambling industry and the governments them, and then they promote gambling na every society in the world. He say and anybody will try for stop gambling, now one thing na in the way you. Now war go dey upon you, we go want try for stop gambling. This na the remark of Mr. Mark Griffith, when a professor of gambling na Nottingham Trent University, agi concerning the evils of gambling as promoted by the gambling industries and governments them upon their societies them. Beaucoup people them consciously or unconsciously then don't become addicted to gambling. That is, then don't become chronic gambler. They're not go able for left gamble again. Today, the internet, when a good scientific discovery, gambling self don't go inside it because now you can bet online, you can bet through the internet, and this also it don't make gambling done easy and sweet for beaucoup people and way. Then they gamble now through the internet. Easy one, you can put your computer on and then you turn to one gambling website, and the one then way then study this internet gambling them, then realize say because the temptation is sweet and easy, and the trap they see and clearly, people then way then begin for bite small money through the internet, then end up for put them property in like a house and land, and before they want realize the house don't go, the land don't go through the bad and evil practice of gambling. And then say the trick in gambling, na say once you don't begin lost small thing, you dey get determination. Say if you invest more, now you go win. So you lost your shoes, you put your coat. You lost your coat, you put your wardrobe. You lost your wardrobe, you put your land document. You lost your land document, you put your oath. You lost your oath, eventually you lost your life, you lost your family. This na the benefit way gambling it dey present in a very beautiful way to the one the way they don't become chronic gamblers them. Now advanced economies and way people can get more and more bank accounts and credit cards. People can even use them credit cards and then bank account for gamble, and in the end they can destroy all them future, all them fortune, and put them and their family into total abject poverty. Waiting at the bad end of the chronic gambler them, we can see severe financial hardship, bankruptcy, material and family strife, and unfortunately in some cases them it can make they don't want their life again because they don't useless themselves. Then they can kill themselves, what they call for commit suicide. Yes, the great religion for the whole of mortal man where God revealed more than 1,400 years ago to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, King of mankind and King of all the prophets them, he present the solution to all the problems them where in fact alcohol, drug and gambling they present to mortal man. And in a very simple way, the Holy Qur'an it talks say una abstain from all them bad things they are so that una go save una life. No other means no day, no other shortcut no day where you will follow for save yourself from the evils of alcohol, gambling and drug. Pass the simple advice where the Holy Quran give, abstain, pull yourself, come up on them. The social teachings we will see in Islam are very important for the protection and the survival of family systems. Then dangers they are so, then they tempt we and then they attract we because of the worldly advantage we then they seem for present to we. And small before we realize them, we don't go inside addictism, we don't turn chronic gamblers them way for pull we self come inside that trap day, we not go able again. And once you don't reach that level day, then gambling it don't switch na you mouth. You dey feel say in fact if you not do them, it means say you not person way you don't know what you depend. If you do them, that's now you know what you depend. Gambling it just stand like a grown way is sleep will too much. You for watch how for put your foot pan am, because if you not watch as you put your foot so no more, it go sleep will you and you go for grab back again, you not go able at all. So for the one the way just begin gambling, this not the time for make you left am we not chronic pan you it. If you left yourself so te gamble is sweet pan you, then it done. Now one green thing the wait you, frustration, destruction, and eventually suicide. Let God prevent mortal man from the kind bad end and day. Amen. Now families then where gambling don't invade and penetrate, when the mama and the papa then sit down and then look, if they begin for involve themselves in study skills, in creative craft, and of course spending in very good causes them, this can bring some solution to the chronic habit of gambling where it go down capture that family day and where go be a very dangerous tendency where go destroy that family day. In fact, good moral and spiritual teachings them where Holy Quran through the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam they present, and also through some other books them where you still get some amount of truth about them evils and also where other prophets the way them been come before Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam them been teach. This now some of the solution them for help mortal man for left them bad habits then also. The third bad thing we will been say we will talk about now this wonderful scientific invention what we call the internet, like how don't sip and gambling, even gambling don't go inside the internet. Today internet way for be benefit, it don't turn something way, something they happen inside the way like a gambling way, they destroy mortal man in life. Let we see also how Satan don't invade internet so that we go know how to prevent ourselves from the satanic use of this great scientific discovery where it don't turn the common instrument of the man of today where na the internet, this computer business here so. Sometimes we all don't hear about the dangers then we deal with the internet, sometimes we not hear it. Some of the internet dangers there so people and they can exaggerate them. But then they not mean say the computer and the one way they operate the computer where it connect to the internet and expose to some real attacks them, they happen inside their conscience when they heart. openly or in disguise. The internet can be a very useful tool for able for use them for learn and get sense. However, some people in their way then learn, then don't decide for use the internet for able for obtain illegal and things them way na bad things them way they're not good for mortal man at all. That now waiting the bookman and they call unethical things them way then they teach you bad habit. Then wicked people like also where they use the internet in them ways they also then don't make the life for the other common people like when they use the internet very uncomfortable. No true and proper policing system no dey on the internet, and because of that it open to abuse by some scrupulous companies and individuals them where then they seek for amass great wealth for make themselves gentry or for make them get knowledge where they not they consider the moral well-being or the vulnerability of other people them way then they target through them bad use of the internet. The internet is also open to abuse by criminals them. For example, you get people when they call pedophiles and other perverted sexual deviants them that na people the way then they use the internet for pornography for the show this bad mommy and daddy business where people and they do like an animal and then they do shamelessly. And because of this, boku young people and today they don't feel attracted to this crime of pornography through the internet. One of them evil facilities na so na the one they way no computer and where they use the internet then call them chat room. People then can go into a chat room without any verification. And the anonymity, because you they go inside there, you no need for reveal your identity. They make people then feel very comfortable for involve themselves in then chat rooms there so where you they discuss and get involved into very satanic immoral talks them. Oko of the one the way then they involve on this chat room then go for for talk with somebody within their age, but because not through the internet computer and they see the person way they talk with, or even the one themselves where they use video cameras them, the person it can put any image they were not to an actual image, they're not really able for investigate and ascertain if the person we they talk with now you same age group or a person way old past you will just deceive you for go inside them bad life there so through the use of the internet. Once again, brothers and sisters, because of time, we go conclude this presentation so we go continue a third presentation on the same topic, where the dangers of the age of this with time so and the safeguarding principles where Islam don't bring for guide we so that we're able to avoid all them trap there so where Satan they put for we don't talk in the beginning about materialism when I for like the dunya business too much so you forget say you did die. We don't talk about alcohol when a chakman business. We don't talk about gambling where na say you dey try for fat poverty by spending your money through gambling where you been for use for better your life, and in the end the gentry way you defend will get you will lose your life, you will lose your family, you will lose all thing. And also we don't begin for talk about the dangers also related to the internet. In our next presentation we will still continue with the dangers of the internet. I hope say when I find once more this presentation very educative, and once again me now una brother Mr. Yusuf Kome of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Sierra Leone and Guinea, and we transmit from on a beloved Islamic station, Radio Ahmadiyya FM 91.7, transmitting from the mission's headquarters in 15 Bad Street, Freetown, Sierra Leone. I say assalamu alaikum to una all.